Welcome, my friends of the interwebs. This is going to be a PSA, public service announcement. There will be a link below, and you guys can check it out. It's actually an article about a fellow YouTuber who was unfortunately murdered, and the fact that Colonel Richard Hunter, is offering a reward of $5,000 to the person who gives me information that leads to the arrest and conviction of the killer or killers of Keith Ratliff. Keith Ratliff, in case you do not know, if you've been living under a rock, is one of the, and I will say, godfathers of the firearms community, one of the originators of the firearms community. For those of you who do not know, he actually is one of the co-founders of the FPS Russia channel. And I will go as far as to say this: without Keith, there would be no FPS Russia channel, period. It just wouldn't exist. Because if anybody thinks that Kyle was going to be able to pull it off without Keith's help, you're sadly mistaken. Just was never going to happen. So Keith is was a very pivotal influence in the overall YouTube firearms community. And you know, it's been over 2 years since he was murdered. And I think it's high time that they find a murderer. I think it's high time that whoever has any information comes forward. And if you're not interested in the reward, you name the charity that you would like me to donate it to in your name, and I will make that happen. You know, I know $5,000 is not a lot of money, but hopefully it's enough to get somebody stirred up or spurred into doing the right thing. And the right thing would be, if you have information on who killed Keith, you need to make sure that you get a hold of the Georgia Bureau of Investigation, the state police, your local sheriff's department. Get a hold of somebody and just tell them, look, I have information in this case. If you call me or if you contact me, I can facilitate that for you. Okay? The important thing is right now that we make sure that we do everything that we can possibly do to bring some justice and some closure. Keith has lots of loved ones and family members who would like to have some closure on this. And let's be honest, it's impossible to get closure when you know that the murderer of your loved one is still loose, free, running the world. So, this video is not going to be speculation on who killed Keith. I've already done that. I may in the near future revisit some key points and point out some obvious facts. Should be obvious to anybody with half a brain, but that's not this video. This video is just to let you know there was an article written about this. I am still offering $5,000. That is never going to change. That is never going to change. As long as I am alive, it's God is my witness. As long as I'm alive, I am offering $5,000. I will make that. And by the way, and people who say, oh, well, you know, he's full of shit, he's just doing this for the money. Listen, you don't know what you're talking about. You ask anybody that runs a YouTube channel, it ain't like the old days. So the, I don't know, $5 in AdSense money that I've made off of this, it will just be contributed right to the fund. So, I mean, no, it's not for the money. I'm doing it for justice. I'm doing it for Keith. I'm doing it for his loved ones. And more, you know, I mean, listen, Keith's family is the most important. His loved ones are the most important. But come on, guys. As somebody that is part of the firearms community of YouTube, we've got to do this. We've got to come together. We've got to keep this out. I don't know why everybody's not making videos about this. Honestly, I want you to put yourself in this situation. If somebody was to kill you, would you not want a shit ton of YouTubers screaming at the top of their lungs who did it, keeping the spotlight on, keeping the heat on? That's what we need to do. Let's make that happen. I challenge everybody that's watching this video, if you have the ability to make YouTube videos, make a video. If you can't make YouTube videos, but you have a Facebook page, make a Facebook post about this. Keep it out there. Keith deserves that much. Without Keith, I don't know that the firearms community would be what it is. Well, first of all, once again, there would be no FPS Russia. There wouldn't be. I don't know what Kyle would be doing with his life right now, playing games, I guess, but there would be no FPS Russia. That just wouldn't exist. So, you know, and as far as, like I said, as far as the money thing goes, listen, unless you have a channel that's the size of FPS Russia, you ain't making any money these days. So, you know, you can go, all of you guys can just put that to rest of what my motives are. Because my motives are pretty simple. It's to find the killer or killers of Keith. Period. So anyway, there'll be links below. Check them out if you've got any information, or even if you think you've got some information. You know, you can contact me. I will vet those though, because I've had way too many idiots contact me with some bullshit. You can always call the sheriff's department, your local sheriff's department, your local police department. Hell, stop at the local Dunkin' Donuts and grab the first cop you see on a stool. You know, do whatever you got to do. Get that information to the right people. And I'm telling you right now, if you provide the information that leads to the arrest and the conviction of the killers, I promise you, I will stroke you a check for $5,000 and it will be good. So anyway, that's all I got, everybody. Take care. See ya.